Days after pulling out from peace talks with Afghanistan, Taliban is again back in its original form. A terrible bomb blast in Kabul this week killed 4 people, while more than 100 people got injured. Afghan Taliban has claimed the responsibility for the attack, which was carried out by detonating a car full of explosive. Newsweek South Asia has a report. The efforts of peace talks seems to be falling on deaf ears of Afghan Taliban as it continues to bring mass massacre in Afghanistan. A car full of explosives was detonated by terrorists in Kabul this week that killed 4 people while leaving hundreds injured. The explosion occurred in the Green Village area near Kabul airport, which is a home to several international companies and charities. The deceased include people from security forces and civilians. Of late, it was being expected that since Taliban is voluntarily participating in the peace talks, therefore it would leave the course of violence. But as forced by its basic nature, Taliban has been continuously creating menace in Afghan land and is absolutely not ready to leave the path of the violence and extremism.
بسته فامیل از بین رفته کلا را زخمی ساخته کلا سرش شکاف شده پای شکاف شده گردنش بریده سرش بریده کلا را.
The extremist Taliban group has been shedding limitless blood of innocent Afghanis. The Pakistan-backed Taliban insurgents are seeking to reimpose strict Islamic laws in Afghanistan after its ouster by US-led troops in 2001. The terror outfits, which have been causing mayhem in Afghanistan, have a strong connection with neighboring Pakistan. Their attempts to reimpose Islamic laws have proven very fatal for the Afghan citizens as they keep launching dreadful terror attacks on the Afghan soil. Taliban at one side is seeking image makeover, but on the other side, it is still busy slaughtering the besieged civilians of Afghanistan. The sustained efforts of bringing Taliban on peace table are barely yielding any fruitful results. Taliban has outrightly refused to speak to Afghanistan as it sees Afghanistan as a mere puppet of the US and hence ineffective. Meanwhile, giving effects to its counter-terrorism action plans, the Afghan Air Force bombed a gathering of Taliban terrorists in Faryab province of Afghanistan. 13 Taliban terrorists were killed in this airstrike.
Every now and then Taliban indulges in such like activities, especially terrorist activities in which they target common masses or security forces, and now recently 30 Afghan policemen were martyred around few days back, which was actually a Taliban attack. And what this shows their mindset. Actually, Taliban is also not convinced about the fact that what should its strategy be vis-a-vis in Afghanistan is concerned. Taliban is being offered time and again by the president also to come to the table, to have discussions, to see to it that the common man is left alone and the peace is there and common man grows. But what we understand by these attacks is that Taliban is not willing to budge from its stand, or Taliban is not worried about the progress of Afghanistan or its masses. Taliban is more interested or more keen about its own existence.
In a recently held conference between India and Central Asia, Afghanistan was invited as an observer member. The conference extensively discussed about bringing back peace in Kabul, while India proposed active participation in establishing normalcy in Afghanistan. Just a day after the conference, Taliban launched this dreadful terror attack in which, apart from 3 locals, an Indian national also got killed. India has explicitly condemned the attack and has criticized the countries who give shelter to these terror organizations. Also, in a separate statement, the United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Qatar Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammad bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani have reiterated that Doha and Washington will work together on the Afghanistan peace process.